compiler. And now we'll take a quick look at doing the same thing for Visual Studio. So let me just quit Eclipse. Okay, so I actually installed this yet, so I happen to know that there's a project out there called Visual D, and there it is, the visualdsource.org, and got a beautiful little web page here. You can read all about it, and there's the downloads link. So let's go to the downloads link, and we can kind of see some of the releases. So this is a year ago, so we either want to sort this in the other order. Okay, one more time maybe. There we go. And there's a release candidate from a week ago, the PDB zip, which is for debugging. And I should mention, when I'm making the screencast, there was no support for debugging in the Eclipse version. So let's go with this 3-week-old 3.25.exe. So we can click that, and we can download. And actually, I already did the download, so I'm just going to go to where that is on my disk. Okay, and that's what this Visual D 3.25 is. So I'm just going to double click this, say run. Okay, next. I agree, and I don't need it in 2005. I probably don't even want to put it in 2008, so I'll leave it here. This is their debugging support and also a debug engine, so that looks good. Let's hit next. It's going to put it in a standard location, fine. And now again, it wants to find the DMD compiler, so luckily we don't have to drill down too far. Windows binary, and we're good right there, and say install. Okay, it's finished, so let's go fire up Visual Studio. Okay, so Visual Studio 2010 booted. Took a minute or so longer than normal. The beauty of screencasts, I just paused the recording. So let's see what it takes. I've never used this. We'll just come here and click New Project. And scanning the list, there's other languages. And there's D. And let's write a console application. And screencast hello world, and it's going to go in that default folder. That's fine. And not clear to me if some things are a little slower here because it's offering to add it to Subversion. Let's just cancel out of that for now. And let's open up the project. What I started to say was because of the screencast software may be slowing things down a little bit here. So it gave us a main. Oh, okay. So let's just double click that. And it's already written it for us. So taking variable numbers of arguments. So it's written a little differently. And it's returning int and all that, which D is very flexible about. And all right, let's hit go. See if we get hello world. Let's bring the output pane up here and see if things work. Yeah, we would like to build it. No, we don't want to run the last successful build, and I guess we'll go to the error list and see what happened. No errors, no warnings. Build succeeded, one failed. Okay, well the problem appears to be that the whatever we did at setup it didn't like. So I go Tools, Options, Projects and Solutions, Visual D settings, and I tried to recreate this since I've just fixed it. But it had the DMD install path here, and then it's using this shortcut DMD install directory, and then repeating our Windows bin. So it was looking in Windows/bin/Windows/bin. So the fix is just take that out of there and leave it alone like that. And then we're good. And then we can come over here, right click and say build. And now we've got a good build. And in the process of looking for this, I also noticed there was a properties dialog, and you can say use other compiler, and this had the same issue, had the path in there twice. So, alright, so let's see if it runs. It probably did, but I didn't need to. I'll need to pause it. Okay, so let's come into our program here, and let's our indentation's off. let's say read line. Oh, and let's put it into something equals, I don't know. I'm very new to D, but here we go. See if this works. Build that. Okay, and now let's run again. And there's hello world. Hello D world. Goodbye. Okay, let's see how debugging works. Just put a breakpoint in. Hit run. Alright, we're at the in this little tiny window. So let's well, good enough. That's getting you started in Visual Studio, writing in D.